Hey everyone, it's Chad from Mancrafting. Today we're going to attempt to powder coat a brick. More specifically, some vintage bricks from vintagebricks.com. These happen to be brick tiles, just the face of the vintage brick. And these have been reclaimed. So watch along as we give this a shot. I had traveled across town to look at a used kiln that was for sale on Craigslist. The owners realized that it wasn't going to work for them, and I soon realized it wouldn't work for my purposes either. That led to a conversation about their business of reselling reclaimed bricks. They were looking for a way to put an artistic finish on the bricks. I thought that powder coating might be a solution. So here we are, trying to powder coat bricks. So we're going to start by preheating the oven to 400 degrees, since bricks are not conductive. I'm putting the bricks into a preheated oven and setting the stopwatch for 3 minutes. Just as a simple reminder to check the temperatures. Now, what I found was that bricks are much more dense than the parts that I normally heat up, and they took a much longer than 3 minutes. So keep your eye on it. What I found was with the bricks, they are extremely porous, and it takes quite a bit of powder to get really decent coverage. Here I'm using what we refer to as Notre Dame gold. I just thought, bricks, gold, Wizard of Oz, what's more appropriate? My first run at it, I did not have the bricks much higher than about 300 degrees. I found that the powder didn't stick real well. I did get some powder on there, but it wasn't nearly enough. So at this point, after I got them to a much higher temperature and the initial coat had started to flow, I went ahead and I hit it a second time, and that gave me what I consider a decent amount of coverage. Once the bricks hit PMT, I went ahead and set my timers for the full cure, which this happened to be an Eastwood powder, which requires a pretty long cure. While that was curing, I went ahead and tried to do some artistic type coatings. A few things that I discovered while doing this: if you want the edges covered, the first thing is make sure you have the bricks or the tiles up off of the surface that you're coating them on. That will give you better access to those edges. The second thing is, if you want it to stick to those edges, make sure your bricks are very hot. I found around 400 degrees was about a perfect temperature. When the bricks that I had powder coated cold with just putting powder on in large amounts came out of the oven, I wasn't real happy with the way it looked. First thing is, I used an anodized type of powder, which kind of has a flat look to it, and I wanted more of a glassy look. So the second thing I did is I pulled them out while they were still hot. I hit them with a clear coat and then threw them back into the oven. As soon as I finished that up, I went ahead and started trying to use a Tiffany blue on the bricks. Again, I still was being stubborn and had not put these up off of the pans, but I was getting pretty good coverage around the edges on these Tiffany blue bricks. Once I finished these up, I put these in the oven and pulled out a hot brick that I'd had in the oven for a while, and I wanted to do something with kind of a high gloss, transparent look, and this particular one is candy red wine. Then I went on to some flat cut pieces. I plan on etching these out or doing another coat of powder on them, and this was just a solid bright orange, and I believe that was also an Eastwood color. And here you go, here's all the finished ones that I did that evening. I've got what I think is a pretty good collection and a pretty representative feel of what you can do powder coating bricks. I think it gives a very interesting look, and I think if you were doing a tile wall and you wanted to add some accents or some cool color to the wall, this could be a very, very plausible way of doing it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure if you enjoyed this video that you hit like. If you have any questions, please comment below, and
absolutely subscribe.
And as always, I hope you're having a great day.